I love that the top and the bottom of the ladder are just called top rung and bottom rung. That's Rocky. Helped him when he was hurt, and now we're best mates. Thought he was better, but you don't seem too happy today. What is it, boy? Are you hungry? Mom caught me sneaking in food, there'd be hells to pay. No. I saw some of his friends munching on them Holdu. You can find Holdu, right? Smash a few to pieces and bring the bits back here. Yeah. Well, do that in a minute. You're probably in this hut, huh? Except there is no way into this hut. Ah. What's up? No, please, just let me go. Okay, let's grab some wood. Why did you turn me around like that? What are you doing, game? What's going on? 2 pieces of wood. 3 pieces of wood. Where's the last one? Is this open? No. Back here. There's the wood acquired. Let's go find us a Holdu to beat up, and then keep trying to talk to the lady who keeps running away from me, because that's what you do, apparently. At least I did nothing wrong. Terrified girl seems convinced that you are here to apprehend her. Do as we shall bid you and try a few soothing words. I'm not the cops. And I'm legally required to tell you if I'm the cops, so you know I'm not the cops. I saw you come up the ladder. You're a bounty hunter from Yulmore, aren't you? Just a traveler. Yulmore can go away. Well, I just thought since I still work as a servant to a husband and wife in Yulmore, the Lord would make all manner of suggestive comments, but I did my best to ignore or rebuff his advances. One day, the lady accused me of tempting her husband. She pulled me aside and had me beaten near to death, so I ran from you. I was so certain she'd sent someone to drag me back. Forgive me. I didn't mean to cause you or Zumi any trouble. I'll head straight back and let her know I'm alright. Follow-up, can you tell me who this person coming after you is so I can go after them? Oh yeah, definitely the cops, Dark. 100%. You always want to hurry up and... Yeah, there. That's better. I really want to know why I'm being asked what the name of the movies with the baby Muppets is. Or the show with the baby Muppets. Okay, got those bits. Here, I brought you some rocks to eat, because that's apparently what you do. Rocky, eat some rocks. Rocky looks up with an expectant gaze. He's gonna start running up the steps in Philadelphia. Here you go, mate. Get that down your gob. You had a whole crowd of folk come through not long ago, and I was worried they'd do something to Rocky. But I guess he's safe enough here. Come on, we should leave before everyone sees us. Back to Amity. Thank you again for your help. If you'd not found me, I might have fallen prey to some wild beast. Or worse, a party of wine-drunk gogs. If only they were more like the trolls. At least we can live alongside those dwarves in some semblance of harmony. Anyway, here's the reward I promised you. Yes, vengeance for a mist, eels and rumbling bellies. Fine work, my friend. Hobgoblins have plagued this island for as long as anyone can remember. They're cunning enough to make tools, but they still act like beasts. Mean, filthy brutes that lack the barest shred of common decency. Even though we've cowed them for the moment, I fear the lesson won't stick. Oh, they'll be back. You can be sure of that. In the meantime, we'll need to think of a more permanent solution. Grawly? We do not talk about permanent solutions. There ain't no other young folk in Amity, so Rocky's my only friend. I guess you're alright as well, for a grown-up. And since you was nice to Rocky, I'm giving you me treasure. Who's just laying on the ground out there? See, something that shiny's got to be worth a fortune. Definitely don't talk about final solutions either. Huh, either you brought me some timber or you're planning on building yourself a cabin. These are just my Lincoln logs? Thank you, Les. Now I'll finally be able to get back to building. So what you brought me was sent up the ladder back when the dwarves was more open to trade. Amity was neutral ground for striking deals, you see. There was plans to expand the village once upon a time. So I can guess you say we're using the timber for its intended purpose. Even if it is a few years late. Very little friend, and thanks for the help. Can I... Yeah, I want to stop looking at that. Alright, what do you got there for me? Wings. Not like buffalo wings, but wings. Nice length, no cracks or splintering. These will make the perfect spearheads. As I'm sure you've heard, Amity was originally built as a neutral venue for trading with the dwarf clans. Houses weren't meant to be homes, just somewhere to rest your head while you conducted your business. Once those relationships soured, though, the settlement soon emptied out. Exiles like us moved in. The way people talk, it sounds like Amity was thriving up until a few short years ago. But now instead of people lining the roads, you've got hobgoblins and worse. That's why I wanted to experience, you know, for protection. Well, that was a bit more long-winded than I intended, but a little history never hurt no one, eh? Alright, take your payment and go then. I thought a tattoo of just condoms down your arm was for protection. Ah, you're back. Thank you for going out of your way to find my friend. It's a small step, but I'm glad she was able to talk to you. A little something from the both of us to reward your kindness. Oh, did I miss a side quest over here? Or did that just now open up? I'm not here to cause any trouble. Simply come to pay a visit to one of Amity's residents. Former raid servant, in fact, whom I owe a belated apology. Now that I finally found her, I find myself beset with these. Before I approach, I need to know her state of mind. How does she feel now about Yumor? About me? I would appreciate any insight that might better prepare me for what I must do. You must apologize profusely for presuming that she was trying to steal your shitty husband. Again, miss, was there something? You want to know how I feel about Yumor and my former masters? I thought I made that quite clear the last time we met. The very mention of that place leaves me shaking in terror. It's a terrible city filled with terrible people who care for naught but indulging their basest instincts. Point me to the lie. She said you're shitbags. And what does she have to say of Yumor? She said you're shitbags. Trembles at the very mention of it? Well, I suppose that is to be expected. 'Tis all true. We lived in decadent abandoned, seeking only to fulfill our whims and desires. And when she became the object of my husband's desires, a jealous rage consumed me. All I could think of was making her suffer. She said you're shitbags, and she's right. Lord Vothri gaunt is almost as fog is lifted from my mind. Oh, clearly I see now the awful person I had become. My husband too regrets his behavior. He has made his apologies. It is time for me to make mine. Yet it seems a sudden confrontation may be ill-advised. Anticipating such, I have penned a brief letter to explain my intentions. Pray deliver this to the girl. I shall be waiting at top rung. Okay, but what if I just, like, walk over there and throw it off the cliff? Letter for me? Dear fearful fugitive, I was a horrible person. Please forgive me. Absolute shitbag lady. Gracious, this is from my old mistress. My dear girl, you served my husband and me with unrelenting diligence. You repaid your efforts with vulgarity and violence, wounding you in heart and body alike. I am deserving of your hatred, of your fear. Words of apology can do little to solve the suffering I've caused, and I would speak them nonetheless. I await your pleasure at top rung. Am I to believe she has changed so dramatically? Vothri's kind of a bad influence. You know how your parents sat you down and talked to you about bad influence as a kid and how you shouldn't hang out with certain people? Your parents were full of crap, but Vothri is actually a bad influence. I'm not entirely convinced. I'll at least hear what she has to say. No, this is for you. Her ladyship included a token of thanks for her mediator. I suppose I should be on my way. Or you could just stay here and never talk to her. Ah, good of you to join us. I'm pleased to say we have gathered ample help for the imbuing. With Master Chai in the process of finalizing his design, I've taken the liberty of dispatching all hands to their positions. hurtle along as though I have my house in order, but quite frankly, this is the most disorganized mess of a project I have ever overseen. And I haven't spent nearly as much time as I would like on my calculations. So thou hast proclaimed loudly and frequently, Master Chai. Yet from my perspective, layman's though it may be, hate notwithstanding, thou hast gone to great lengths, abiding by proven methodology, to ensure the integrity of thy design. Well, that's just the bare minimum that's expected of us at the Stoneworks. Our glory days are behind us, I've not forgotten our time-honored traditions. But I should mention the Exarch delivered the ore I asked for. Earthseed, I believe he called it. In that quantity, I believe we can fashion a heart suitable for the Talos. And everything will be in readiness, or so I would like to say. Is there a problem? And a Talos of, well, any reasonable size, single heart will serve to circulate ether throughout the chassis. But given the unprecedented proportions of that which we seek to build, I doubt that will be the case. By installing smaller peripheral hearts at intervals, I believe that we can maintain a stable ether throw, thereby solving the problem. However, we don't have enough ore for this purpose. Not for it to procure more, I suppose. Runar, mayhap now would be a good time to bring them out. A moment, friends. There is something I would show you. Say, are these not heartstones? They are. The most prized possessions of we of the Knights Blessed. Labels belong to our kindred who have left us. Immersed in water, imbued with fervent prayer, these stones harbor no small amount of magic. We may imbue them with yet more prior to their installation on the Talos. But thank you. From a different region, these cannot be used for the main heart. Peripheral ones, on the other hand, I believe they will serve. Excellent. When Master Matoya spoke to us of the role we are to play, the Heartstones immediately came to mind. Of course, before bringing them with me, I made sure to consult my fellows first. After all, the stones bear the precious lives of those who have gone to the Sunless Sea. We have now beheld the Sunless Sea with our very own eyes. By the gentle lights that glimmer on high, we know that there is peace beyond. Thus we are also at peace. If our Heartstones may serve to restore night to all the world, gladly do we give them. So, Master Chai, if you could instruct us how to distribute the Heartstones? Now, Darkon, for good luck, may I ask that you imbue one as well? Oh, that needs to be remembered. Rest assured, it's not difficult. Simply raise your hand and focus as you would when tuning to an netherite. View the jade colored stone here, if you would be so kind. Familiar looking heartstone appears to glow faintly. That will do. Thank you, Archon. This heartstone seems familiar. It's because it belongs to Tadia. Bears a collective hope of the Knights Blessed. Hope that none shall ever again be sacrificed to sin eaters. Right, I've identified the spots on the Talos where the stones are needed. See that they are amply imbued, then install them as I've indicated on this diagram. Understood. We'll set about the task at once. When Talos awakens and the way to Mount Goal is secured, we shall sally forth. Promises to be a trying climb, so take what rest you can in the meantime. We'll see you soon. A moment, Torianger. You said that you have measures ready in the event that our friend fails to contain the light. Do you? Be assured that I do. All which I require lieth in this land. So, what's the plan? To my deepest regret, I cannot reveal the plan to thee. In order for it to succeed, it is vital that thou remainest ignorant of its nature until the time is right. Yet though I may thus keep my counsel, know that I have only thy safety at heart. So rest easy, my friend, and take such ease as thou mayest. Do that I be ready for the trials to come. Told the rock for the chassis is more or less ready. All quarried and shaped and laid out. I just leave the impurists to do their work. I'll continue checking my calculations up until the very last moment, but it's only a matter of time now. You managed to rally nigh everyone in Norvrent for this endeavor. It's a remarkable feat in itself. Will it be enough? There's no point worrying about such things now. Go back to my calculations. You, meanwhile, should go and rest as your friend suggested. My wife and the Exarch should be in the tavern. Why don't you join them? Moment, Archon. Thank you. The Exarch? You went outside a moment ago, my dear. Thought you'd have seen him. Kept me company for a short while, but then he came over rather pale. He's clearly been straining himself, the poor thing. Anyway, he excused himself, saying that he needed a breath of fresh air. Weak as he looked, I did offer to go with him, but he assured me he would be fine. I do hope he's alright. Where you at? Where'd you wander off to? Right there? Not nearby. No? Oh, hi.
The future is where my destiny awaits.
That's a weird thing to wake up and say.
Forgive me, I was lost in a dream. I needed some fresh air and thought to rest for a moment. It would seem I am more fatigued than I realized.
Wonder why that is.
Too much time away from the tower, I fear. It drains me, leaves my body frail and weak.
Then go back to the tower.
Though, in truth, it is debatable whether I can still call this my body. When first I turned my mind towards the salvation of the world, I came to the conclusion that it would take many long years, many more than remain to me. And so I made myself one with the Crystal Tower, that I might live indefinitely.
First task, achieve
I am
immortality.
but an
Got it.
extension of it now. Hence my weakness the farther I travel, and the longer I am away. It has been quite a journey. But thanks to you, the end is in sight. My wish will finally be fulfilled. How goes the construction effort?
Well,
Then this may be the last moment we have to ourselves for a while. Come, sit with me. Tell me, when all of this is over, what will you do?
try to get back home. Beat up the Garleans, you know.
Ah, yes. Even should we succeed in forestalling the 8th umbral calamity, the spectre of war will remain. But to declare your intent with such easy resolve, you truly are a hero's hero, my friend. But whatever it is you decide to do, I have every confidence that you will do well. For you have the strength to forge your own path. You will leave countless lives better than you found them, and the souls you touch will never forget your kindness. Then, in trying times, when you question your worth and your choices, they will raise their voices to remind you of the difference you have made. And thus will your deeds come to affirm your path. Remember this.
You do when this is over.
When this is over, indeed. I once told you that there are things we can ill afford to lose. Things, I said, though in truth I spoke of a person. One who is unaware of the full extent of my plans. Though she deserves to know, I have good reason to keep my counsel. I have come to terms with this in my mind, yet my heart yearns to lay everything bare. For she is my inspiration, and I would give much and more for the chance to speak with her as friends, with no thought of concealment. Should she indulge me with her tales, I would regale her with my own, about my efforts in Northrend, perhaps. Though, ultimately, that tale is more yours than it is mine. Then, I would ask her about her next adventure. And if she should wish me to be a part of it, oh, how happy it would make me.
I wonder
Together
who
we
she
would travel
is.
the lands and cross the seas and take to the skies upon the eternal wind. My heart swells simply to imagine it. But all of this is contingent upon our victory in the coming battle. The people of this world have entrusted their hopes to us. We cannot fail them.
Wouldn't think of
Nor
it.
those who roused me from my slumber. Thank you for your company, my friend. Let us return to Amity.